what it is, what it do. It's your girl Brittany, back better, another video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the bell to be notified of every time I post. You know what it is, I know what it is. We both know I post frequently. All right, y'all, say it with me collectively. We are jumping, we are skipping, we hopping, we leaping. We doing a Dougie bow, our Dougie yow into this video. Click the link down in the description box below to become a paid member on my Patreon. All right, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay, y'all, so I did not want to start this video without acknowledging the passing of Dion. He passed, if I'm not mistaken, the day before yesterday or yesterday. His family is doing a GoFundMe. I don't know what the GoFundMe is currently, and I do apologize for not knowing where the GoFundMe is or how y'all can give, but I did want to acknowledge the fact that, you know, he has transitioned over. If y'all don't remember him, he was from Zodiac House. Actually, he was the one who popped the whole fight fade scenes off, and he used to always promote his candles, and he was like, okay, y'all, make sure y'all, you know, go follow my infamous candles page. Like, he was very much a big personality and very much a vibe, and it definitely is heartbreaking to see another Now That's TV member pass away. Very much. I really was in shock, you know, when I seen it. And I really hate this. You know, obviously nobody knows how he passed, and his family did make it very clear that they're mourning and they are not here answering questions. And I said, I know that's right. Put the boundaries, set it, and don't let it be crossed immediately. But the most important thing is to know that he's in a better place. He has transitioned, and I do hate this. You know, I definitely thought they did another Zodiac House, he would be on there, because he definitely gave personality. Honestly, he really gave personality. He's not a fighter, or he wasn't a fighter at all, but he gave personality. He was a key, very much so. He was clocking T. He was very much a key and had an overall big personality. I really do hate this, and my condolences goes out to the family, of course. And his friends and anybody else who was impacted by his passing. I really do hate this, and it's overwhelming to talk about this stuff because I'm not the type of person who likes to talk about people transitioning. So it is a lot, and I really do hate this because not too long ago somebody else who was on Now That's TV passed, you know. So I hope that it's not a continuation, you know, but these people are in better places, you know. And again, like I said, I want to give condolences to the family, friends, and whoever else was impacted by his presence. You know, I know Jay, he was on Zodiac House too. He even let it be known, you know, he was in mourning. They had became best friends. So this passing is very hard for him. And, you know, I'm wishing nothing but people around him to support him and comfort him in this time. And like I said, with the family and anybody else who was impacted by his passing, you know, I wish y'all nothing but love, surrounding y'all, support, and God or whoever y'all believe in, you know, covering y'all through this transition and, you know, easing y'all through the steps of grief. So I did want to acknowledge his passing, and he was so funny. Like, literally, that boy had a lot of personality. So I do hate that happened. And like I said before, I don't know his GoFundMe, but I'm sure one of my supporters will put it in the description or put it in the comments more so, and I will pin it if y'all want to support and give to the family. All right, y'all, let's transition. Okay, so this was a highly requested topic. Y'all wanted me to talk about what's been going on Dollhouse. Now, before I get to that, note to y'all, I put on my community post, but I know some of y'all don't see the community post. I I am going to be doing the Jayla interview, and I'm also going to be doing the Tasiki interview. I was also asked to do the J.O.'s interview. I'm going to do those interviews, y'all. It's just going to take me a little time, and I'm probably going to go from the shortest interview to the longest, aka Jayla last, because her interview is truly like 4, maybe 5 hours, and it's a lot of stuff that I'm going to trim down, obviously, because y'all know Jayla just like to talk. So I'm going to trim a lot of that stuff down, but I did want y'all to know that those interviews are coming. They are going to be late, but they are coming, just to let y'all know. Okay, boom. Let's get back into Dollhouse. So, like I said, this was highly requested that I give my thoughts and opinions on what's been going on. So, if y'all kind of been under a rock, the girls are giving it up. Like, the dolls are breaking down the Dollhouse, okay? They have came to run their phase. Like, truly, they can't even wait to run their phase in the house. They ran their phase at the club. At the club. If we can't go to da-da-da, where can we go? Like, in the club, turned up, I got my people with me. Okay? Simple. Like, very much what's happening. So, in the beginning, Joyce let it be known, like, you know, it seems as though the cast wanted to fight her because she is the host. It seems as though that happened. But from word on the curve, allegedly, Joyce has been winning her phase. Joyce, you know, obviously told Cassie, hey, teach me before I go up in here. And Cassie was teaching her, like, fall in. This is how you do it. Bop, bop, bop. You know, he gave her some lessons a little bit before she went into the ring and was on Dollhouse. Not too long ago, even before I made this video, she got into it with somebody, and the girl was like, yeah, Joyce tore. And Joyce is like, baby, I have nothing on my face, honey, but I don't know who the girl is. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I don't know the girl. I do not know a lot of these girls. And, you know, some of these girls are not familiar to me. The only ones who are familiar to me is the ones who've been on Now That's TV. Now, I will say this. Bree, the one I circled for y'all, Bree is out here eating, from what I heard. Eating. Going round after round. It's giving it's Bree season. Like, Bree need that with everybody, okay? Bree is giving it up. They said Bree ain't playing not a lick of games. No games are being played. Okay? They said Bree is giving it up. So, I'm not gonna lie, when I first seen it, I did see Bree on there, and I kind of was like, probably not gonna do nothing. But no, Bree is giving it up. Honey. Up in stock. Another person who's running their ones is Persuasion. But we knew that already. Like, we already knew Persuasion was gonna come in doing what needed to be done. As y'all know, I told y'all, when it comes to Persuasion, I will forever have my money on Persuasion. Persuasion got hands, honey. Hands, like, hands for days. Like, Persuasion gets that, needs that, on that. Simple, okay? They said in the beginning, Barbie was winning her phase, but then got tore. I don't know who tore, but they tore up, okay? Like I said, they said in the beginning that she was winning, she was really getting in there. Barbie was like, yes, eating down, yeah, mean girl, fall in. She fell in and got popped. Somebody said, sit down. Mean girl that. Sit down. Let me show you some. Let me show you what a nice girl do. Let me show you who the real mean girl is. And Barbie said, y'all, just got beat up. I said, well, yeah, exactly. I personally, for me, with Barbie getting beat up like this, and hopefully, you know, once we see, we're going to see how tore she got. If she got tore up to the floor up, I don't want to hear no more, don't keep me waiting. Mean girl do that. Man, I don't want to hear it. Because I'm telling you now, if Barbie got tore up from the floor up, I'm on your neck. I'm on you. Even Pressure came out and was like, she was ready to see what Dollhouse was giving, because she feels as though, you know, Barbie talks a lot for somebody who can't fight. And I'm like, oh my God, the pot calling the kettle black, because neither one of y'all can fight like that. For real. We're just being honest. Allegedly, Kenzie went home early. Baby, let me tell you something. Not on my worst day do I have faith in Kenzie, okay? No shade. Like, Kenzie never needed that, never gave. Somebody needs to be scared of Kenzie. Like, be so for real with me and yourself. Kenzie, please, like, be for real. So Kenzie ends up leaving early. I just know Kenzie lost all her fades. I know she lost all of them, simple. They said Savannah was getting up in there too, but Savannah ain't really been being talked about as much, for real. But Bree been being talked about. I'm not gonna lie. And I have, like I said, been keeping up with it, but I don't know the people's names, nor do I know them. Like, if I seen them on this flyer, I wouldn't know who they are. The only person I know is Bree, because I had already kind of like put her to the sideline. I'm like, oh, she not gonna fight, but she's out there running her ones, simple, as she should. It is given the season is gonna be good. It does seem as though they starting off strong, making sure that now this TV brings it back. I think the ratings are going to be out of this world. I absolutely do. And honestly, if I'm being honest, I think it's going to be Young and Reckless. Only because they had been waiting on this show for so long, and we had been requesting this show for the longest. So I definitely feel as though because we had been waiting for so long, the girls will deliver. Absolutely. Not Kenzie, but everybody else. In my opinion, I definitely feel as though everybody else, except Barbie, will deliver and do their big one. I seen Barbie had on that blonde wig. I said, that's why you lost right there. I told you to keep that at home. Simple. I seen she had on a red wig. I said, okay, eating alert. Then I seen the blonde. I said, lost in the blonde. I already know. Got tore up in the blonde wig. I had already told you that. Kenzie, I don't know what type of wig she had on, but y'all know Kenzie do hair for a living. So Kenzie wig gonna always wig, but them hands is always gonna struggle. Simple. And I don't want to hear no speeches, Kenzie. Swear to God, I don't want to hear no speeches, because you know Kenzie will speech you down. Okay, speech you down. Y'all be talking about Jayla be speeching. No, Kenzie be speeching, having every excuse in the book. Like, get out there, fight. Simple. I want to do Kenzie and Persuasion. Got a problem? Probably not. Kenzie probably said, "Look, I come in peace." Simple. But overall, I definitely feel as though they did their thing. I already just could tell. They made sure that it was one for the books. They made sure they came in 8. These girls was running their fades. It seems as though this is going to be like a South Central Baddies season 3. I think they was in the house, like 48 hours. That's what this is giving. Like, 48 hours is nothing but fades. It's giving the foundation, and now that's TV. It's giving they need that. And, you know, they're going to put on a show. And I love that for us, because y'all know I love to be entertained. Now, when I think they gonna drop this is probably the 4th quarter of the year, which will be the end of the year. I think they gonna drop it then, only because, you know, we have been anticipating this show for so long, and they still gotta give us Playboys, Young and Reckless. They quote unquote about to start doing Greek life. We can keep that. We still gotta get Deja Vu Part 2 reunion. We still got to get that. And we still got to get South Central Baddies. Like, it's a lot of stuff they still have to film. But I think because this one is so good, they're going to give us this one at the end of this year. But that's all I got for y'all with that one. Let's move on to the next topic. Okay, so do y'all remember Lolly from South Central Baddies season 4? She was one of the breakout stars of season 4. Now, okay, if y'all don't remember, basically, when she was on season 4, Liddy allegedly put pepper spray in her water. Allegedly. You heard me say allegedly, okay? And Lolly's like, eyes were burning. Like, you know, she was going through all the steps of being pepper sprayed. If y'all never been pepper sprayed, baby, you don't want to be pepper sprayed. I pepper sprayed myself on accident and got it on my nose. Ooh, Jesus. Ooh, it is not a good feeling, Lord. It's not a good feeling. So basically, she had pepper spray in her throat. I can only imagine, and that's all I want to do is imagine. Simple. Okay. But with that, as y'all know, not too long ago, Naj and Fly 9 got into it. So from what Naj's perspective was, she was getting into it with Fly 9 over Lolly, because allegedly Lolly wanted to do Mean Girls season 2, and she was going to do it with Fly 9. Fly 9 felt as though that, that wasn't a good opportunity for her to come on there with Lolly, because in Now That's TV world, Lolly has not been picked up in like almost a year, maybe two. She hasn't been picked up in the Now That's TV world. So it was better for her to go into the Now That's TV world with more relevant people, aka Cash and Knuckles. Honestly, if it would have been Knuckles, I don't feel as though she would have went in with just Knuckles. But if the package deal was Cash and Knuckles, then hey, she had to just go in with Cash and Knuckles. So Fly 9 ended up ending her friendship with Lolly, and Lolly was everything but a child of God when her and Fly 9 ended their friendship. So in the midst of them ending a friendship, like I said, Nas jumped on that, needed that with Fly 9 over her best friend, because she felt as though like, should nobody feel sorry for you? You knew what you was doing, and behind the scenes, you was dogging out my best friend trying to get with these bras, and these bras ain't even fool with you like that. So mind you, Lolly, not necessarily speaking her piece about the whole situation with Fly 9, but more so speaking on how she don't want to be back on Now That's TV. But I'm calling cap.
There, and I trusted them and put my life in their hands, and they allowed someone to poison me to where I was bleeding for months. I don't want to go back over there. I don't trust them. It's nothing. Anybody over there got a problem with me, want to fight, we can fight. Come with your own money, I guess, and book your own flights. They never do. I ain't never seen nobody on no flights on Now That's TV without Now That's TV pin. But me. So anyway, I don't want to go back on Now That's TV, y'all. I'm sorry, it's beneath me. I'm cool. I don't want to.
I get what Lolly is saying, but be for real. Again, Naj had already let it be known that you was trying to do Mean Girls season 2. So apparently it wasn't above you. It wasn't beneath you. You wanted to go back. And honestly, why would you not want to go back? Like, no shade. Now That's TV is better than Valley Girls as far as like getting the views. Like, obviously, it's a lot of shows and a lot of networks coming out with, the ram bam thank you ma'ams. But if we're just being clear, the ladder of Ratchet TV goes Zeus and always Now That's TV. Everybody else comes secondary, and if we really want to be honest, the Knicks Network is really like in third place. The Vibes Network would have been in third place, but they got the slacking. I don't know if somebody went to jail on their team or what, but they started slowly just going down because they was taking too long to get the stuff, and they only wanted to show the show they did with Ivory and what was 18 Young and Turn. 18 Young and Turn definitely did what needed to be done, but I will say they was just taking too much time getting stuff out, and because of that, to me, in my opinion, they went down. Knicks, like, they don't do reunions. It's just next show. They just gonna thump out the next show every time. They gonna give you something to watch. And they also give you something to watch on like Wednesdays. If I'm not mistaken, it's like Thursdays or Wednesdays they put out their stuff. So you don't have to wait till Sunday. You have something during the week to watch. And then, of course, you got your stuff that you watch on Sunday. So I think that was just another great idea, was to, get something during the week, because people do like watching stuff during the week. People watch Love and Hip Hop during the week, or other little shows, Hell Kitchen, stuff like that during the week. So people do want to watch some during the week, like I said. And yes, Lolly was owning Valley Girls. I definitely believe season 1 Valley Girls was hers, hands down. They brought her there to do what needed to be done. Now, season 2, I feel as though season 2, Lolly very much got pumped. Like, the network was not stunning her like that. It was very much given, Baby Tyson is the new face. Like, obviously, she's running up more numbers than you, Jazz, and whoever else was in that room. So, they were more so concerned with like Baby Tyson's comfort and making sure like Baby Tyson got her camera time, because Baby Tyson came in there clocked in and ready to go. And more so, Jazz and Lolly really wanted to run the phase when they wanted to, but Baby Tyson and Anna was not playing with them. They was on that, needed that, and was like, bring your ass out here so we can fight, simple. And I think that like brought down points as far as Lolly being on Valley Girls. Now, I did this on my Patreon, but I'm gonna just give y'all a little snip. Cash was gonna come to Valley Girl season 2. Something happened when she got there. I don't think that she was able to get all the way there because Promise had to bring her back, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. But Cash was gonna do season 2. Or season 3. Lolly was supposed to do season 3 as well, but ended up declining and didn't do it. Now, like she said in the snip that y'all heard, she said that she has done 5 more shows outside of Now That's TV. But I think her biggest one from what I've seen has been Valley Girls. Now, I think she was on Naj show, whatever show Naj got going on. I'm sure she was on Landon's show and like Barbie show. I'm for sure she was on Barbie show. And yes, maybe she has did shows, but her name is not as impactful as it was on South Central Baddies season 4. And what they need to just tell the truth about is the fact that y'all really do want to come back over here. Like, Now That's TV is motion, and you know, it's nothing for y'all to go back on South Central Baddies and run y'all ones. Like, I would love for a lot of the season 4 really come in there and do what need to be done. Because I'm not going to lie to you. Season 4, hands down, out of my personal opinion, was the best season of South Central Baddies. Was the best season. Season 5 was like the worst. Like, who recorded this? Who put this up? Who gave the green light? Because absolutely not. It was absolutely not even up to standard to what season 3 and season 4 held. Okay, simple. When I tell you so disappointed. And as y'all know, that was my start. Like, I started my YouTube channel off of South Central Baddies season 4. So you know, like, the fact that I started a channel off of that, I really was like, okay, give me season 5. But I already knew from the cast list, I was like, I don't know, it ain't really hitting like that. It don't hit like it used to. And it didn't, very much so. But I call cap. Like, be for real. You want to come back. You was trying to get on Mean Girls. And Fly 9, at that time, chose the better option. Or so she thought, the better option. But it did end up getting thrown back in her face. And that's what I ask it. Oh, well, you live and you learn. Free her, though. All right, y'all. That's all I got for y'all in this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all next one. Bye.